Last week, I shared my video about the connection between brain health and gardening, and the comments that I got showed that many of us were surprised. The research showed that some tasks actually do very little for your brain. Other tasks, powerhouses. That's what I want to revisit today because not all gardening tasks are equal. So there were 4 tasks cited in the additional articles, going from good to the one that is the very best for your brain. So let's go over them. Number 4, and this one surprised me, watering by hand. I always think of hand watering as something I do when the hose doesn't reach or there's something I just can't get on drip. I never thought of it as anything in particular, and I certainly didn't think of it as beneficial. But the research showed that there's something happening in your brain when you stand quietly in your garden and quietly move the water from plant to plant. Your brain enters what the researchers are calling a resting state, the same state that it reaches during light meditation or the very few minutes just before you fall asleep. You're not zoning out, you're resetting. The combination of the repetitive movement and the gentle sensory task, no decisions to make, that's what creates it. Your nervous system is literally calming itself down. I used to think of watering as kind of a waste of time, something I just wanted to hurry and get through. But now I think about it very differently. So you might want to think about that the next time you reach for the hose. Number 3 is deadheading. Deadheading looks very simple. You're just removing the spent flowers. There's a clear visual goal, and the plant looks better when you're done. Instant gratification. But that, it turns out, is exactly the point. When your brain has a small, clear, repeatable task, snip, done, move on, snip, done, move on, it gets a very small dopamine release each time. It's not a dramatic reward, it's just enough that the task feels genuinely satisfying. That's not in your head, that's your brain responding to completing something. It's the same as crossing off those items from a to-do list. I always feel better, and now I understand exactly why that is. Deadheading, of all things, deadheading does that. Number 2, planting. And this is where it gets interesting. Planting, whether it's bulbs, seeds, or potting up my 4-inch pots, is the most cognitively demanding thing on the list. When you plant, your brain is doing spatial reasoning. It's sequencing what goes where, what comes next. You're making decisions about how deep, how far apart, what the pattern is going to look like. Your brain is doing real work. It just doesn't feel like it because you're outside doing something you love and your hands are in the soil. This is the kind of mental engagement that the research pointed to directly. That study from Norway that I referenced in the last video, where they're using garden work in dementia care, this is one of the reasons why. Not just because it's calming, but because it's engaging their brains. I'm thinking harder when I'm planting than I am at almost any other point in the day. It just doesn't feel like I am. And I think that's actually the point. It's because I'm having fun. Which brings us to number 1. Are you ready for number 1? I almost wish there was a way that we could do a live poll so I could see how many of you guessed it. The number 1 best activity for brain health in the garden is pulling weeds. Weeding hits every single factor that the study identified. Repetitive motion, moving your body but without a lot of strain, the sensory aspect. You're touching the soil, you're smelling whatever's blooming in your garden. The dopamine hit that calms your nerves because you're seeing you're accomplishing something. And the repetitive movement that the researchers identified was so good for us. All 4 things in weeding. Can you believe it? So now you know what they are, and now you know why they work. So if you only have a little bit of time and you are only going to do one thing for your garden and one thing for your brain health, let it be weeding. I hope knowing the science behind these tasks helps make them feel a little bit less like work. I want to thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.